This is really good. I love the shh. Quiet, please. Thank you for staying quiet, class. Hello, class. Welcome to this week's filmmaking lesson. I might not be here at Lowe's College. I will be at Benji's Salon to go to Magic Kingdom and then stay at the hotel. Alright. So first, we will be doing home video releases. I'll show you what's on Warner Brothers pictures and see what's not on On today, we will be doing Catwoman Hunted, 2022 film. Here's a plot to this film. Unfortunately, there is no plot. It's just being disappeared by no articles. Alright. On tomorrow, we will be doing Encanto. That's a 21 film. Here's the plot to this film. Forced by an armed conflict to flee her village in Colombia, a young Alma Madrigal loses her husband Pedro, but saves her triplet infant children, Giulietta, Peppa, and Bruno. By a miracle, her kendo attains magical qualities, blasts away their pursuers, and creates a sentient house, the casita for them to live in, along with a magical realm bordered by tall surrounding mountains. In Encanto, 50 years later, the kendo continues to burn and the town thrives under its protection. The kendo's magic grants gifts to each Madrigal descendant, which they are to use to serve the villagers. However, Bruno, vilified and scapegoated for his gift of precognition, disappeared 10 years earlier, while Mirabel, Giulietta's youngest daughter, mysteriously did not receive a gift and feels left out of the family for it. On his 5th birthday, Peppa's youngest son, Antonio, is gifted with the ability to communicate with animals, and the family poses for a picture but neglects Mirabel, waiting on a miracle. Leaving the celebration, Mirabel suddenly sees the casita cracking and the candle's flame flickering, but her warnings go unheeded. When the casita appears undamaged to the others, after overhearing Alma praying, Mirabel resolves to save the miracle's magic. The next day, she talks to her super-strong older sister, Luisa, who confesses that she feels overwhelmed by the near-constant work she must do. Service pressure then suggests that Bruno's room in the Forbidden Tower in the casita may hold clues to phenomenon. There, Mirabel discovers a cave and recovers pieces of a slab of opaque emerald glass. After Mirabel narrowly escapes the cave, Luisa discovers that her gift is weakening after her family reminds her of the reasons that Bruno is not to be discussed. We don't talk about Bruno. Mirabel reconstructs the glass and discovers it forms an image of herself standing in front of a broken casita. Mirabel assumes this to mean that she will destroy the family. Later after that evening, Mirabel's older sister, Isabella, who can make plants and flowers grow at will, is scheduled to become engaged to neighbor Mariano Guzman. After a tense dinner, Mirabel's oldest cousin, Dolores, who possesses superhuman hearing, blurts out that she overheard Mirabel talking with her father about Bruno's vision. The casita begins to crack again, causing everyone's powers to go haywire, ruining the night at Mariano's proposal when Peppa inadvertently conjures a downpour as everyone flees with the chaos. Maribel follows a group of rats and discovers a secret passage behind a portrait. There she encounters Bruno, who reveals that his vision with Maribel would have put her at odds with the family and potentially the townsfolk who relied on magic for their everyday lives. So he broke the vision and went into hiding to protect her, concealing himself within the house's walls so he could still be near them. Bruno reveals that the vision could change, meaning that Maribel would either destroy the Madrigal family or heal its rifts. At Maribel's urging, he reluctantly conjures another vision. At first, it goes the same way as the previous one, with Maribel still standing in front of a broken casita. However, a golden butterfly appears, and the vision changes into an image of Maribel embracing a young woman, one they identify as Isabella. Maribel apologizes to Isabella, but accidentally provokes a cathartic confession. Isabella does not want to marry Mariano and is burdened by her image of perfection. What else can I do? Maribel helps Isabella blossom into her true, imperfect self and they embrace, strengthening the candle and healing the cracks. However, Alma sees the two of them with Isabella growing whatever she wants, and accuses Maribel of causing the families with misfortunes out of spite for not having a gift, causing an e-rate. Maribel blames Alma for the immense pressure she imposes on the family. The rising argument weakens the candle again and creates a fissure that splits a nearby mountain and demolishes the casita despite Maribel's efforts to save it. The candle dies in her hands, leaving all the Madrigals powerless, while the family and several locals assess the damage. A guilt-ridden Maribel leaves the town. After a few hours of fruitless search, Alma finds a tearful Maribel back at the river where Pedro died. She explains how, in her determination to preserve the magic, she ignored the toll it took on her family and finally takes responsibility for what happened. Dos Oruguitas, after hearing Alma's tragic backstory, Maribel tells her that, despite her flaws, she is the one who brought and protected the family together all these years. After a golden butterfly appears, they reconcile, and Bruno appears and confronts Alma to defend Maribel, but unexpectedly cheers her up with his return. They reunite with the Madrigals, and the townspeople arrive to help them rebuild the casita. All of you, when the house is rebuilt, the Madrigals give Maribel a gleaming doorknob with an M on it. When she places it in the front door, the magic springs back to life, restoring the casita and all the family's gifts and spreading through the town. The Madrigals compose for another family picture, this time with Maribel and Bruno included. Alright, in this picture on the right is Madrigal family from left to right. Luisa, Isabella, Alma, Maribel, Augustin, Julieta, Camilo, Antonio, Peppa, Felix, and Dolores. Alright, on Wednesday, we will be doing King Richard. 2021 film. Here's a plot to this film. Richard Williams lives in Compton, California, with his wife Brandy, his 3 stepdaughters, and his 2 daughters, Venus and Serena. Richard aspires to turn Venus and Serena into professional tennis players. He has prepared a plan for success since before they were born. Richard and Brandy coach Venus and Serena on a daily basis, while also working as a security guard and a nurse, respectively. Richard works tirelessly to find a professional coach for the girls, creating brochures and videotapes to advertise their skills, but has not had success. One day, Richard takes the girls to see Coach Paul Cohen, who is in the middle of practicing with John McEnroe and Pete Sampras. Despite his initial reservations, he agrees to watch the girls practice and is impressed. However, the Williamses cannot afford professional coaching, and Paul refuses to coach both girls for free. He selects Venus to receive his coaching, while Serena continues to practice with Brandy. Paul encourages Venus to participate in juniors tournaments. She quickly finds success, but Richard stresses to Venus and her sisters to remain humble despite their success. At one of Venus's tournaments, Serena also signs up to play. Unbeknownst to Richard, as both girls continue to succeed, the family are treated as outsiders among the predominantly white upper-class competition. Richard meets with high-profile agents, but fearing that his daughters will be taken advantage of, pulls them out of the junior circuit entirely. Paul warns him that his decision will destroy the girls' chances to turn pro, but Richard stands firm, firing Paul as coach. Coach Rick Macy travels to California to see the girls play. Impressed, he takes the girls on, and the family relocates them to Florida to train at this facility. Richard surprises Rick by reiterating that the girls will not play juniors, instead training and attending school like normal children. In the ensuing years, questions arise from the media and from Rick about Richard's strategy with the girls and his desire for media exposure. Venus tells Rick that she wants to turn pro. Richard reluctantly agrees, but later reneges, worrying that she will suffer a similar fate to Rick's pupil, Jennifer Capriati, who is allegedly suffering from burnout and has been arrested for drug possession. The decision strains Richard's relationships with Venus, Brandy, and Rick. After an argument with Brandy, he reconciles with Venus, agreeing to let her play in the upcoming Bank of the West Classic in Oakland, California. Before the tournament, the family meets with the Nike executive, who offers them a major sponsorship deal worth $3 million. Rick urges them to accept, but the family will collectively agrees to decline, believing that once Venus begins to play, she will attract more lucrative offers. Venus initially struggles in her first professional match against Sean Stafford, but eventually triumphs. She comes in as a heavy underdog in her next match against top-seeded. Yes? Okay. Number 2. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to continue reading, so your class can listen. Okay, let's get to it.